Well, good evening. It's Monday afternoon and Monday evening actually, and I've got one of my favourite chefs come over and visit me. Executive Chef Australasia for Gate Gourmet, Chef Jeremy Steele. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, really well, thanks, Sam.
Welcome to Burke's Backyard, mate.
Are you happy to be here?
Oh, mate, it's good to hear. So let's first of all let's get these rib fillet steaks on, and this is a new segment I'm going to do. It's just going to interview chefs and important people of food industries and just cook a steak with them and have a bit of a chat about what they've done in industry and where they are, and advice for young chefs in the making. And what better person to start off this series than Chef Jeremy Steele, mate. So take it away, Chef. You got some beautiful Scotch fillet there. Just sprinkling a bit of Murray Valley salt on them.
Yeah.
With the pepper.
That's a beautiful steaks.
Yeah, mate. So there are some beautiful Scotchies from on the east coast of Australia, mate, up near Queensland. Flip them over and give them another season. Get them on, mate. Let's start the talk, my legend. So talk to me, Chef. Did you work this Easter?
I've had Easter off actually, so it's been a real unusual to have such a quality break. So I've enjoyed it. A bit of fishing, a little bit of cooking.
You're up at Tukely, you were telling me before we went on.
Yeah,
there.
it's been great up the Central Coast and a lot of country music.
You love your fishing, don't you, Chef?
Yeah, I sure do.
Tell me, what's your favourite fish? Get those bad boys on, mate. Let's have a talk. What's your favourite fish to eat, Chef?
Definitely snapper. So I love snapper.
Yeah?
I love catching anything. Catfish, baby bream, you name it. I'm there, I'm having a great time.
I love the flathead fillet, Chef. I reckon it's awesome. But let's talk about beef, mate, the more important thing. So tell me, Chef, you're an inspiration. You're kind of new on the scene. We've known each other for nearly 2 years now. You came you're a Grafton boy, beef history. And then you've worked all around Australia and the world. Tell us a bit about Chef Jeremy Steele, and how did he get to be the executive chef of one of the world's biggest flight catering companies?
Oh, I love it, mate. I've always loved cooking ever since I was a child. So it was scrambled eggs in bed for Mum, and fresh picked parsley out of a pot on the veranda. So ever since then, I've just had a great passion for it. I've got a cousin who's a top chef. He's worked at the Dorchester in London, and a little bit older than me, and so that was always, I had a really strong role model, and I knew that if you cooked something well, that you'd be well respected for it. Mum would make a potato salad with fresh mint and peas, and Mum was sort of famous, so I guess that's where it links into the ego, that if you do cook something well and you're proud of what you cook, then people will really love it. So that's driven me to get to where I am.
And you're renowned for doing some pretty impressive work over in the Middle East. Tell me about your time over there, Chef.
It was really exciting. So a couple of really great opportunities, but the main one where I linked in with the Meat and Livestock Australia was in Doha. I was the chef de cuisine of a steakhouse there, the Signature Steakhouse for Marriott Marquis. So serving a lot of really great Australian Wagyu, and a lot of it was processed out of the casino meatworks. So that was a real buzz to be on the other side of the world, and
right next to home.
Yeah, and serving up the best beef, and I'd probably driven past some of the cattle on the casino road. So
it's amazing, eh?
Great, yeah. Big 1 kilo tomahawk. We also from AA Co. and
good producers.
Great burger. Topped with foie gras.
Mate, we've got these beautiful wood chips underneath. This one is. It's a bit of a cold spot there, but are we going all right? Stick on. Yeah, so, mate, you give it the 2 cross. So, mate, Middle East, how many years?
3 years in the Middle East. So, yeah, it's a lot of beef, and we ended up winning Steakhouse of the Year. So that was a real buzz. And when you sort of have we had a steak trolley, so a selection of steak knives, which wasn't new, but you could offer the steak knives. You could pair them up with the steak and have a trolley to push around the restaurant with all the top cuts on it. So it was a real buzz, and the guests just loved it. They couldn't get enough of the Australian beef.
And mate, then you came back home, and you've started a Gate Gourmet. Tell me about, just give the viewers, give the people a bit of information about the logistics of how many dishes that you put on menu, and different types of cuisines, different types of dietary requirements, different types of religious requirements. Different types of airlines. How much food gets pumped out of those kitchens per week at Mascot?
Yeah, it's just phenomenal. Out of our kitchen in Mascot, it's around 15,000 meals a day. So we work across 29 customers. We also have a range of 32 32 special meals, so everything from kosher to a Hindu meal to vegetarian, gluten-free. A fruit-only meal is something different. There's a raw meal. That's huge, but we're really proud of the job that we do there. So we cater for a lot of tier 1 customers, and our signature airline is Singapore Airlines. So having first class is really premium offering, and we use a lot of the best produce. So it's really an exciting opportunity. I lead the Asia Pacific region for Gate Gourmet, so 18 kitchens in 10 countries from Auckland up to Korea. We have a regional meat deal, so we're actually using Australian beef in our kitchens in Hong Kong and in Japan. So that was a buzz. That was something that we put together last year. And
a bit of a turnover. You can see the juice starting to come. Look at this. Oh, chef, look at the crust on that. Yeah. Mate, you have worked in a steakhouse before.
Yeah.
So, mate, 29 airlines, 10 countries. How many chefs?
We have 52 qualified chefs in our production team in Sydney, so they do a great job. But all our kitchens have a great team of chefs in them, and I lead the team of culinary excellence. So we've got 5 executive chefs in my team of direct reports, and those guys are really busy designing the menus for the airline. So a lot of customer interaction. And
well, have a look at the crust that chef's done here. Look at the crust he's done. He's a champion. He knows how to cook steak, that's for sure. So we talked about Gate Gourmet. We talked about 15,000 meals a day. We talked about all those religious requirements. Some of the meals I've seen come from popcorn chicken and fries for, I think it was Tiger.
Yes, that's correct.
Right up to tenderloin eye fillet for the likes of American Airlines, working with celebrity chef Sean Connolly.
Yes.
Virgin Australia, Delta, Singapore, Cathay Pacific, JAL, the list goes on.
Yes.
You name it, you guys do it. And I've seen the pressure of what you guys, probably move this one over to the coal spot there. Those coals are getting a bit happy, chef.
They are.
You know, and I've seen the food that goes over there, and the client requirements, and I've actually been in the kitchen when you've had a tender on. You know, it's not easy work, chef. You know. Tell me, how many times do you have to work on dishes before they actually hit menu?
Oh, we do. Yeah, we do a lot of development. So it takes about 3 months, the development process. Oh, sorry, I'm just loving the fresh rosemary. So Sam just picked it out of the garden, and I love that. It really reminds me of home. So it's fantastic. But a lot of development. So we cook, we trial, and that's what we go through the process. We've got to make sure our yields are correct in the recipes before they go into production. And also that our system is set up correctly, so it generates orders. You know, our specs are correct, and the guys can follow the lead that we set for them. So that's the.
Well, chef, it's been an honour to have you in Burke's backyard today, mate. We have got a special coming up in Feedback magazine. That's MLA's producer magazine on Chef Jeremy Steele. He's a legend. He's an Australian beef kid from Grafton. He's taken on the world. He's worked here all around Australia. He's worked in Fiji. He's worked in the Middle East. He's come back to Australia, serving 15,000 meals a day for Gate Gourmet. So there's a good chance if you fly a lot, you've eaten one of Chef Jeremy's beautiful meals. Chef Jeremy, thanks for coming to Burke's backyard. Let's get into that steak, mate. Let's rest that steak. I think that one's ready to pull. Okay.
It's been a pleasure.
Good on you. Keep the dream alive. Thank you very much.